This guy stood over me with a gun in my face. And I looked in his eyes and I saw murder, I saw death. But I'm so grateful life had other plans. It was really written because like Queensbridge is an incredible place with so much rich history. If I'm not there, my life is different. Everything changes. Queensbridge is like a gold mine. You know, the energy there is impeccable. From hip hop with Nas and Roxanne Shante and Marley Marl and MC Shan to film with Julie Dash. Queensbridge, so much rich history. As beautiful as Queensbridge was, it was dangerous. I saw people get shot and killed in Queensbridge, you know, in my youth before age 11. You know, it was gunshots every couple of days. You can't live in that fear if you have to be there. You gotta make it what you can. At 11 is when I graduated elementary school. In the middle of that, my dad passed. And he passed suddenly, only a month and a half after my graduation. The last greatest moment with him was right here on these steps, man. I had my graduation. When we came out, you could imagine all the parents and families and children just outside taking pictures and smiling and laughing. And, you know, and that's the last day I saw my dad, man. And what's ironic, right? Trauma is so real because this was the only graduation I've ever attended. So my teenage years, I was depressed. We used to wake up sometime and drink a 40, Coors Light, 8 in the morning. 14, my sister passed. On my 16th birthday, I saw a friend kill another friend. I still hadn't dealt with the fact that my dad had passed, my sister had passed, friends had passed. Me and my mom did not have the best relationship at all. She was still dealing with my dad passing and just life in general. At 19, sat with a gun to my head. I didn't want to live. I was hustling, you know, illegally. Drug houses, you know, crack houses. Sun up to sundown every day. We sell drugs to make money, and we sell drugs because we want to be free. I convinced my mother to let me get my GED. When I started college at 17, I loved it, and I had a 4.0, but I was already knee-deep in the streets. I got a drug charge on my record. I got an assault charge on my record. Very dangerous life for myself and people I encountered. You say here, Monday morning, June 2nd, 2003. The guy was literally standing right here, like this, gun in my face, like this. And I looked in his face. He lowered the gun, shot me in my legs, and ran off. The moment I got shot, definitely, probably the scariest moment of my life. When the gun was in my face, I was like, oh snap, I could die right now. Let me put my head down, do what you gotta do. At that time, we was 19, 20. First time I seen one of my childhood friends cry. He's like, yo, look at all that blood coming out your leg, yo, you good? And I was like, I'm good. And they called the ambulance. Ambulance came. My mother came to the window as it was happening.
See him bent over, the blood is coming out of his legs. They got cut him out of his clothes. When you're in the street, this is what the hell happens. And I used to tell them that. This is what happens. You know, why y'all expect good to come out the streets? It's never gonna come out the streets.
In that life, somebody does something like that to you, you gotta do something back. It was a war in me because I really didn't want to kill this guy. In that moment, our lives became intertwined because for a whole year we tried to kill each other. I found out he passed away while I was on the phone with my sister. I was incarcerated. And she was like, yo, you know such and such got killed. In my initial response, I was happy. I was excited because like, F him. He shot me, he deserved it. But that's when I knew my life was changing. Because just a couple of days later, Spirit was like, that's another black man. That's you.
Well, today's your Liberation Day, right?
Yeah, 15 years. I came home 15 years ago to the day. And I had a vision. I didn't know how I would manifest the vision, but I had a vision. Life's graces, we here and we live in it. Like, through so many ups and downs, being homeless, being poor. I've been dirt broke poor. I'm riding the train all night just thinking and writing. Prison is where I met my first self-published author, and it was incredible. And that's when I knew that I could do it. My daughter, Usha's 5, that's my spitting image. People say, that's your twin. I said, well, I would hope so. I kind of created her. Allow yourself to be still. Allow your breathing to settle to a normal pace. As your thoughts come, as your thoughts arise, allow them to come, allow them to go. And my son Samir is 9. He's not biologically my son. I've been in his life since he was 2. Now, those are my babies. Like, they inspired me so much.
And Usha just gives him all the strength. She just gives him all the strength. Usha and her brother. Because they make him want to do better. They make him want to strive for bigger and better. Because you always want your children to do better than you.
Hey!
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
How are you?
How's it going?
I've been vegan now for about 10 years. We have to realize how food affects not only our physical health, but our mental and emotional health.
We had a lot of cold days since January, and we even had a couple of cold days to start the month of February.
I call my work in Queensbridge community building, because we're building community. So we're literally doing something together.
Yeah, we're doing the hard way today out here in the rain and snow.
That's what we do, man. People still need food. Celebrate love. We did this every Wednesday and every Friday. Over a year. So we just woke up and get food. There's a space where people have sold drugs. There's a space where people have been hurt. We were able to transform that space and create a positive vibes. I started this organization, Transform America. There's a movement to transform our country. Yo, what up?
What's up?
Come out here, we got some food, we got some free vegan food. Shout out to this great day, to this great event. We got some clothes, we got some books. We got... World healer, that's my mission in life, is to heal the world. Then I got tat over here, 3 Japanese symbols, meaning I will give my life for you. Broken heart, and mommy. I got this tattoo at a time when my mother and I wasn't on best terms. So it means I will give my life for you, even though I had a broken heart. Even though I broke her heart, even though we had a broken relationship. That's my mother.
I'm proud of my son for all all he's gonna do, because he got a lot more to do. He has a lot more to do.
I want to do some prison rehabilitation work. We want to start people's rehabilitation while they're in prison and help them be a part of their own rehabilitation. While they're in prison and you got a year to come home, you're going to start figuring out what you're going to do and working on your plan. If I could give a message to my younger self, to young Ray Ray, young LaShawn, young Rayshawn, when he was hurting and when he felt alone and when he missed his dad, he was afraid. First and foremost, I would tell him to love himself. Love himself exactly as he is, with the hurt, with the imperfection. To love himself and to fully accept himself. I would tell him that you are strong and powerful. And everything you are going through is just a stepping stone. I kind of figured it out now, how to make some magic happen. And I'm excited to make some more magic happen.
Change is coming for us all. A change is coming. You can win it in the right direction. You can ask it not to call. But change is coming, coming.